Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Eli Talks Football and welcome to another episode of Premier League Predictions, Season 3, episode number 24. Sorry, 25, sorry, my mistake. But yeah, Season 3, episode 25. And this weekend, we got some really good fixtures to look up for. Arsenal traveling down to London Stadium. Man City at home to Everton, Aston Villa v Manchester United. It is going to be a fantastic and a brilliant games on game week number 24. I mean, already like 14 games to go until the end of this season. I mean, time is flying, yo. It really has been flying. It's gone quick. But yes, some really good fixtures. But not only that, there's some other spicy fixtures for this weekend. The title races in both La Liga and Bundesliga. Real Madrid at home to Girona, first versus second, and Bayer Leverkusen are at home to Bayern Munich, first against second. But not only that, there's the African Cup of Nations final between Nigeria and Ivory Coast. There's also the Asian Cup between Qatar and Jordan. So some really, really tasty fixtures. And also in footballer side, there's also the Super Bowl that'll be coming up on Sunday. So yeah, there's some really good fixtures to be looking out for on Sunday. So yeah, like I said on Wednesday, this weekend is going to be a very busy weekend because today, since today's Friday, I'm good. I'm also I'm going to be doing my predictions for today. Tomorrow, which is on a Saturday, I will be doing the title races double live watch along. Real Madrid versus Girona and Bayer Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich. Then on Sunday, I'm going to be doing the preview to the Crystal Palace game and also be doing the live watch along for the Africa Cup of Nations final for Nigeria versus Ivory Coast. Then on Monday night, a live watch along for the Crystal Palace Chelsea game and a match reaction after that. So this way is going to be a very busy weekend. So hopefully I don't miss any of those things. And if I do, I'll check and I'll make sure that I do all of those things at the same time. So you guys don't want to miss it. The games I'm looking forward to is the title races, which is tomorrow at the same time here in the UK, 5:30 p.m. kickoff, and the African Cup of Nations final. Those are the two games, or three games actually, that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, but before we get to all of those things, it's time to first of all do the predictions for this weekend. But before we get things started, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you click the like button if you enjoyed this video and the other episodes I've done so far. Click the subscribe button if you're new to the channel and the bell notification as well so that I never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you click the share button so that everyone is involved and can get active in the comments down below and they can also give their predictions as well in the comments down below. So if you guys can do those four things to me, then that would be great. So without further ado, let's get things started. So the first game is tomorrow at lunchtime, and it is Manchester City versus Everton, and that game will be kicking off at the Etihad Stadium. One sec, okay. At the Etihad Stadium at lunchtime on the Saturday afternoon. Now, of course, when we talk about Big Six teams don't do well at 12:30 p.m. kickoffs, guess what? Tottenham, didn't lose against Everton, but they've drawn. They've drawn. So there we go. And when it comes to Chelsea, they managed to do what trophy to pick kickoffs to beat the likes of Fulham and Luton Town. We haven't beaten Brentford, when we face a trophy to pick kickoff. For Arsenal, they beat Nottingham Forest. For Liverpool, um, who do they face in the trophy? I think they faced Crystal Palace and beat them, something like that. Yeah. Then Man United had a 12:30 p.m. kickoff as well, and I forgot who we faced. But yeah, Big Six teams are starting to do well when it comes to 12:30 p.m. kickoff, whereas for last season that didn't happen. So there we go. But yes, Man City up against Everton. Now I believe if Man City beat Everton tomorrow, would they be top with a game in hand? Because I know that Liverpool have lost to Arsenal last weekend. Give me a moment, guys, while I look at the table. Yes, they will. So with Man City, we've got a game in hand. If they beat Everton, which I think they will do, they'll go above Liverpool with 1 point ahead. Of course, Liverpool have got Burnley, so but Man City have got a game in hand. So listen, Man City need to win this game because that'll be the first time I think since November before before the Chelsea game where they're in first place. Because ever since then, but you're dropping off, dropping off, dropping off. But ever since De Bruyne came back, Man City, after the international break, have 9 Premier League wins in a row. And I keep on telling you this every single time. We see this every single time, every season. Man City will start off badly, but after Christmas, they were wise. And that's why they're one of the favorites to win this title. So to me, if Man City win it for the fourth time in a row, then they're the best team in England. And they'll be much better than Man United. Because Man United tried to do that, but Chelsea stopped them. So the big question is, if Man United fans don't City to win the 4P, who can stop them? Could Arsenal do it? Could Liverpool do it? Could Aston Villa maybe Tottenham? Could they stop Man City winning the 4P? They have to work really hard. So yeah. But for me, I feel like Man City to win it again. And even though I hate to say it, they're one of the favorites for me. So there we go. But against Everton, now, if Everton can do what they did against Tottenham, then I believe they'll get a draw. But if they try to like if they have like if they could have if Shaw guys can have a plan like sit back, like part the box and just try and go on the attack, then will I believe Everton will get something in this game. So yeah, but listen, it's at the Etihad, you know, um the only loss they have was against Brentford before the World Cup, and Liverpool have managed to drop them. Not managed to get them a win, but they're still unbeaten. So and plus, Holland's back, and KDB, you know what he's like. So that's why, to me, it's going to be very difficult for Everton. If they do what they did against Tottenham, that's great. But if they just, don't sit back and just play a high line, then they're going to get absolutely destroyed. But yeah, 12:50 p.m. kickoff. I'm going to go for 3-1 City because I think Everton will score, but I think Man City will get the 3 points. It's at the Etihad. So the goal scores for me. I'm going to go for Phil Foden um, to score twice, and I'm gonna go for let's see, I'm gonna go for Rodri to score as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Phil Foden to score twice, Kevin De Bruyne to get the assist, and Rodri to score. For Everton, I'm gonna go for um the Corey for Everton, the striker. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 3-1 to Manchester City. If it ends in a 2-2 draw, that will be surprised, but you know what Everton are like. If they, like I say, if they play a low block and can't uh, get them on the counter attack, then I think they'll win. And I know that many other fans would like that to happen. So there will be an Everton fan tomorrow. But listen, it's at the Etihad, so I have to go for Man City to win. It's as simple as that. And then moving on to the 3 p.m. kickoff games, we've got Fulham versus Bournemouth. Now, of course, Fulham have not been particularly doing well, whereas for Bournemouth, their last game, I believe they've lost. What was Bournemouth's last game? Let me have a look. One sec. Bournemouth's last game was against Forest. Oh yeah, they drew 1-1. That's actually true. For Fulham, their last game, they also drew 2-2 against Burnley. So, yeah, I mean, this game, I was thinking more of a draw, but I thought to myself, Bournemouth are doing really well, and if they win, they'll go above Fulham, and if Fulham win, they'll go above Bournemouth. So that's going to be a tasty game. So where are they in the table? Okay, Bournemouth are in 12th and Fulham are in 13th. So it's 12th against 13th. Maybe that's the I wanted to watch that game, but I thought to myself, let me just watch the Big Six team instead. But yeah, this game is so difficult. I mean, but let me tell you something, yeah. Fulham have only won once of their last 12 games against Bournemouth. Some games have been like a draw, but many has been like a Bournemouth win. But listen, this game is at home, and Fulham tend to do well at home. So the big question is, um, can Fulham just manage, can manage to get that win. What is their last home game? Let me have a look. Oh yeah, it was against Everton. They drew. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go for a draw. And I'm gonna say I am going to say, so difficult. Should I go? I'm thinking more for like a 2-2 draw. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or is it gonna be 1-1? Yeah, I might go for a 2-2 draw. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-2 because I wanted to go for 1-1, but these two, like, it's they really want to win this game, but I can see this being a draw. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-2 draw. For them goal scores, I'm gonna go for oh yeah, Manda Bojo is there as well. So the question is, would he start this game or would he be on the bench? If he starts, then I think he'll score a goal, and maybe the same goes for Bobby Dicko for Weed. For Bournemouth, I'm going to go for Dominic Solanke and Jess Billing. So those are going to be the goal scorers for that game tomorrow. So that's a really good game to do, but unfortunately, I ain't going to watch that one. So that's bad luck. But yeah, 2-2 draw between Fulham and Bournemouth at Craven Cottage should be a really good game. Right, the next one is Liverpool versus Burnley at Anfield. And of course, Burnley drew 2-2 against Fulham after going 2-0 down. And David Fofana scores on his Premier League debut for Burnley. For Liverpool, they've lost 3-1 against Arsenal after making it 1-1 at half time. That second goal, I mean, Alisson and Virgil van Dijk, best goalkeeper in the league, best defender in the league, and these two were just absolutely commanders at the back. And the fact that Gabba Martinelli scored that goal, honestly, like, and that's why Arsenal deserve to win. Like I said to my friend Charlie, because you guys have allowed the best goalkeeper and the best defender to make any mistake. That's how you win games. You play well and make sure the opposition make that mistake and capitalize on them. And that's what they did. You know, but yeah, listen, when these two faced each other, it was 2-0. So listen, I'm not going to speak about this too much because I'm going to go for Liverpool win. But Thiago, the midfielder, is injured again. So the big question is, if you're a Liverpool fan, would you sell Thiago because he keep getting injured? I'm not sure the last game he played for Liverpool. I really cannot remember, but he's injured again. So yeah, if you're a Liverpool fan, you must be fuming. But listen, despite all that, um, I think Mo Salah is injured again, but listen, they still got Jota, Luis Diaz, and the Goldie. Who was his? Darwin Nunes. So I feel like that was going to be the goal scorers for that game, the front three: Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunes, and who was it I say? Diogo Jota. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna go for 3-0 Liverpool because it's at Anfield. Liverpool needs a bounce back, and I feel like they will do. So I'm gonna go for Liverpool 3-0 win at Anfield. If they lose again, boy, oh boy, things in the title race could look tasty, and interesting. But I think Liverpool will bounce back. If they want to be top of the table, they need to make sure they beat Burnley and make sure that Man City drop points against Everton. So there we go. So yeah, but yeah, I don't see that happen. I see both Man City and Liverpool win. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-0 to the West on that one. Right. The next one is also interesting and good one. Luton Town up against Sheffield United. Now, of course, Sheffield United lost well, yeah, Sheffield United. I mean, that Aston Villa game. I mean, when I saw those 5 goals at half time, I thought to myself, listen, it's like this game is going to be like the Newcastle game where they beat them 8-0, or it could be even more than that. I'm telling you, Sheffield United will definitely get relegated. They will definitely get relegated. No matter which manager comes in, they are still bad. It's only still 2 wins, and that's against Wolves and who else? I forgot the other one. Wolves and yeah, I forgot who else. I forgot who else Sheffield United also be. Was it Everton? No, or was it Luton Town? Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, but listen, Sheffield United are awful. For Luton Town, yeah, I mean that 4-4 draw against Newcastle was a classic. Because Newcastle, I believe they were 1-0 up, then Luton Town scored, and then Newcastle scored. Then Luton Town scored to make it 2-2. Then Luton Town scored both goals to make it 4-2. Then Newcastle scored two goals to make it 4-4. I mean, that was a Premier League classic. And by that, since Everton dropped points and Luton Town picked up a point, that was the relegation zone. So I'm telling you, Leah, I feel like I had Luton Town to be relegated and Sheffield United to stay up. But listen, I'm switching it up. I believe Luton Town will definitely stay up for next season, and Sheffield United will definitely get relegated. So there we go. And this game is like current four tight pitch, and Luton Town started to look good. And their last game, home game, was against Brighton, which they absolutely destroyed and humiliated Brighton by 4 goals to nil. Now, for this one, if Sheffield United like, and I'm telling you, Sheffield United have got the worst first defense. They are the most to concede, which is 59. I have a minus 40 goal difference. I'm telling you, it is just horrendous for Sheffield United. Luton Town, if they keep this up, they'll definitely stay up. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for Luton Town win, and I'm going to go for 3-0. Or should I go for 4-0 again? No, I'm going to go for 3-0. Because I'm telling you, Luton Town have scored 8 goals and conceded 4 times. 8 goals in the last 4 games. I'm telling you, like Luton Town are, a team that you don't want to be facing, especially at Kenilworth Road. Because when Man City went there, they struggled, but they won 2-1. When Arsenal went there, they need a late winner from Declan Rice to win that game. Liverpool, they drew 1-1. Tottenham only beat them 1-0. And Chelsea just managed to get those 3 points. It's only Manchester United that haven't gone there. So when that fixture comes up, I mean, if that game is being televised, I might do a live watch on because that's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, Luton Town, I'm going to go for 3-0. And listen, if they win and Nottingham Forest and Brentford lose, they could go from 17 to 15. So their chance of staying up could increase, could increase because before that it was unlikely. But ever since like December, it's just increasing just a little bit. So Luton Town doing a fantastic job. So well done to them. See, I'm going to back them too, and I'm going to go for 3-0 to Luton Town. I don't see Sheffield United get another win and scoring another goal. So I'm going to go for Luton Town 3-0. The goal scorers, I'm going to go for Elijah Adebayo to score twice, and Ross Barkley no, Andros Townsend to score, Elijah Adebayo to score, and Ross Barkley to score as well. He's looking really good as a midfielder, Ross Barkley, so fair play to him. So yeah, I'm going to go for Luton Town to win 3-0. Right. The next one is Tottenham Hotspur versus Brighton. Of course, Tottenham Hotspur bottled it because there were 2 goals up, but they pegged back twice. Whereas for Brighton, they finally beat instead of that game being the draw, Brighton just absolutely humiliated their rivals, Crystal Palace, by 4 goals to 1. Brighton 3-0 up, then Crystal Palace scored the consolation goal, then 4, then Brighton scored another goal, and that for me, that was game over. So no more choice in that game, and Brighton beat them. And listen, Crystal Palace need to get this win, because they're only 5 points above the relegation. If they keep losing, then the question is, does Roy Hodgson needs to be sacked? You know, that's the big question. So Crystal Palace need to get that win, but I'll talk about them in a moment. But yeah, Tottenham Hotspur against Brighton. Now, of course, if Tottenham would have beaten Everton, they would have been in fourth place above Aston Villa. But now they need to win. They need to win if they want to be back in the top four. So listen, it's going to be a difficult game because Robbie De Zerbi is starting to really pick up results. But listen, this game is at White Hart Lane, So and Brighton, I feel like they've only won one stay in their new stadium, so something like that. But yeah, for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for Tottenham Hotspur win of 2-1 because it's going to be a tight game. But I feel like Brighton will go 1-0 up the way Brentford did, and then Tottenham will just start clicking, start performing better, and get those 3 points. The goal scorers for me, I'm going to go for Richarlison to score, and let's see. I might go for James Madison as well. I'm going to go for James Madison. For Brighton, Um, I'm the only goal scorer I'm gonna go for is Pedro Porro for Brighton. Those is gonna be the only goal scorer. So yeah, 2-1 to Tottenham, tight game, but I feel like they will get the 3 points and they'll get the job done. And if they beat um and if they win tomorrow and Aston Villa lose against Man United, they'll be back in the top four. So Tottenham need to get this win. They need to get this win. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Tottenham. Another game, 3 p.m. kickoff, a lot of ones, is Wolves versus Brentford. And of course, Wolves got that. Wait, what was their last game? Yeah, Wolves got that huge win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The first time they ever beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge since 1979. Yeah, 45 years. Yeah, 1979. And the first ever double for them since 1971. So yeah. Sorry. No, the first time they beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge was 1979, and the first time they done the double for Chelsea since 1975. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so Wolves got that huge win. For Brentford, they've lost 3-1 against City, on Monday night. So listen, I feel like for me, Brentford need to get this win because they're only 3 points above Everton. And if they don't beat Wolves, and also for his Luton and Everton win, um, they will be in the bottom. Actually, no, yeah, they will be in the bottom three, because if Nottingham Forest win and Luton Town win, they'll be in the bottom. And because the reason why that is because Everton have got a -4 goal difference and for Brentford -7. So if Brentford don't win this game, they can and the other teams do, then they'll be in the bottom three for the very first time. So listen, it's a must-win game for Brentford, especially for Ivan Toney. Even though he's announced that he's leaving, Brentford need to get this win. Otherwise, there's under some serious pressure. But listen, this game is up warning you though. Um, it's so difficult to predict because Wolves are really good at home. And their last game was a really good game, especially against Man United. They were 1-0 down. Then they equalized. Then Man United were 3-1 up. Then they scored 2 goals, and then Minamino scored a late winner. So there we go. I'm not sure what to think about this game, but I feel like Brentford will get this win. I really do. And I feel like Wolves, uh, but yeah, it's going to be it's so tough to predict. But I feel like I can see this being a Brentford win. I really can. So for this game tomorrow, I'm going to go for I might go for 2-1 to Brentford because Monaco is a difficult place to go to. But I feel like the way they play against Manchester City, they need to do that, but they need to continue like that because they cannot like allow Wolves to dominate and then just keep on losing the ball. So if Brentford need to get that win, they need to dominate Wolves and make sure they take their chance of putting it above the net. Because that's what they could have done against City, but they absolutely blew it. But yeah, I smell a 2-1 Brentford win. And the goal scorers, I'm going to go for Ivan Toney and Neil Maupay because the last 5 games he's been scoring, so he's looking really good. For Wolves, I'm going to go for Cunha because he's got a hat trick against Chelsea, and I feel like he will score in tomorrow's game. So yeah, 2-1 to Brentford is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Then Saturday night football, Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle United. Now, of course, Newcastle United got that got that win against got a 4-4 draw against Aston Villa. Um, you know, for Nottingham Forest, they've who did they win their last game? Oh no, they drew against Bournemouth. Yeah, they drew against Bournemouth. Now Newcastle's last away game was against Villa, and they beat them 3-1. You know, so but this game is at the City Ground, and Nottingham Forest's last City Ground game, I believe, was against Arsenal, which they've lost. So listen, is Newcastle's away from starting to pick up now? That's going to be the quick question, and yeah, Newcastle, if they win tomorrow and and um and Brighton and West Ham lose, they'll go from ninth to seventh. So Newcastle need to get this win. They need to. So this game is at the City Ground though. So, But I believe Newcastle will win because, and they need to. They really need to because anyhow, for me, he's still under some pressure, but he's starting to pick up points. So yeah, for this game on Saturday night, which I won't watch because I'm going to be watching the La Liga and the Bundesliga as well. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Newcastle because it's going to be a really tight, tough game and a tight one. But I'm going to go for 2-1 to Newcastle United. For Nottingham Forest, I'm going to go for I want you to score for Forest. For Newcastle, I'm going to go for Alexander Isak. I'm not sure what's happening to Gordon though, but yeah, I'm going to go for Alexander Isak and Dan Burn. Yeah, I'm going to go for yeah. Those are going to be the goal scorers for that game on um on Saturday night. So yeah, I'm going to go for 2-1 to Newcastle. It is a tough game, but I feel like Newcastle will just edge it just a little bit. I'm not sure when their players going to be back, but yeah, I'm going to go for Newcastle United to win 2-1. So there we go. Right, we move on into Sunday's game, Super Sunday, and the first one is West Ham United versus Arsenal at the London Stadium. It's going to be a very, very good fixture. Now I'm going to be watching that game, but unfortunately, I won't be able to do a live watch along for both games um, because I've got to prepare myself for the African Cup of Nations. So, but yeah, I will be watching that game and I'll be telling you guys how I felt about that game and give my thoughts and analysis on that one. So make sure you guys check that out. But yes, West Ham versus Arsenal. Now, of course, when these two met last season, it was 2-0 to Arsenal. West Ham scored. Arsenal got the penalty, Saka missed, and then West Ham scored another one, and they could have won this game. This season, West Ham United have beaten Arsenal twice in all competitions. Then when they faced in the Carabao Cup in October, West Ham beat them 3-1. They were 3-0 up. Then also scored a late consolation goal. Then um, during um, during December Christmas month, they West Ham beat them 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium, and that's the first time they ever beat also at the Emirates Stadium since 2015. That was about 8 years ago since that happened. So there we go. So now West Ham are looking to beat Arsenal for the first time, do the double for Arsenal for the first time since God knows when. Let me have a look. Actually, um, and of course, West Ham looking to beat Arsenal 3 times in a row for the very first time ever. So let me have a look at these stats. Okay, yeah. So West Ham, if they beat Arsenal on Sunday, they will do the double for them for the first time since 2006 to 2007 season. So that will be 17 years ago, ever since that happened. So yeah. So the big question is, will West Ham beat Arsenal again, or will Arsenal look for revenge? Because listen, Arsenal need to win this game because you cannot beat Liverpool and then end up losing against West Ham. That is not how it works. It really not how it works. So listen, if Arsenal win on Sunday and if Man City and Liverpool drop points, Arsenal will be top of the table for the very first time since September or something like that. I can't remember. So yeah, Arsenal need to get this win. They need to. Because if Aston Villa win and Tottenham win, then 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 them teams could be above them and also keep dropping points. So Arsenal need to get this win. Arsenal got revenge against Liverpool for the FA Cup defeat, which because they beat them 3-1. Now it's their time, yeah, to go ahead and get revenge on West Ham United. Now, of course, this is at the London Stadium, which is going to be difficult. But listen, Arsenal have got a weeks of rest. Yeah, they have a weeks of rest. For West Ham, their last game was on a Sunday. So yeah, so Arsenal need to get this win. So for this game, Arsenal will get this win. I'm gonna go for. It's gonna be a tight one, but I'm gonna go for. Hmm, I might go for 3-1 to Arsenal as well. Or should I go for 2-1? Because every time I'm predicting Arsenal games, I'm always close, but I want to get the 3 points. Um, and plot. Oh yeah, by the way, will Declan Rice start this game? And would he do so much better against his old club? Because he didn't start in the game against the West Ham in the Carabao Cup, which they've lost. And when he started in the game against West Ham in the Premier League, he conceded a penalty. So can Declan Rice do so much better against his old club? And I know if he scores the goal, he won't celebrate, of course. So there we go. Sorry, guys. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna go Arsenal to win. And I'm gonna go for 3-1. I'm gonna go for 3-1 to Arsenal. Sorry. For West Ham, I think the only goal scorer for that one, I'm gonna go for James Ward-Prowse because I think Arsenal can see the free kick. For Arsenal's goal scorers, I'm gonna go for Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and I think Declan Rice as well, because he would love to score and do so much better against his old club. And he's to put, and let's hope the G puts in that same performance as he did against Liverpool. So there we go. But yeah, I'm gonna go for an Arsenal 3-1 win against West Ham United. I believe they will get revenge, and if they don't, then West Ham, honestly, the only team to beat Arsenal 3 times in all competitions. Never happened before. So yeah, but I think Arsenal would get that revenge. So that's why I'm going to go for 3-1 to them for that game on Sunday. Looking forward to that one. London Derby, big game, big game. And then the last one on Sunday is Villa at home to Manchester United. Now, of course, Villa have lost 2 home games, and before that, in the last 9 games in all competitions, they only had 3 wins. Yeah, 3 wins. One of them was against Sheffield United away, and what was the other ones? Let me have a look. One sec, one sec. Yeah, five. Yeah. What was it? Um, Middlesbrough and Burnley. That was in the last 9 games. So there we go. And that's in all competitions. But if you're talking about in the league, it's only 1 win in 5. Only 1 win in 5, and that was against Sheffield United. So listen, New Villa need to bounce back, because the last 2 games at home, it was 3-1, the same result. Chelsea beat them 3-1 in the FA Cup fourth round replay, and Newcastle beat them 3-1. So there we go. Of course, when these two face each other, Villa beat Man United 2-1. So this is also going to be a really good game. If you want me to be real, if you if you want me to be real, I feel like I feel like Villa will get this win, but if Unai Emery plays the does the same thing as he did against Chelsea, then I see Man United need getting that win. So Unai Emery needs to outclass and outshine Eric Ten Hag, because their last game was against West Ham, which they beat them 3-0. And by the way, if Man United win on Sunday, then they'll be like yeah, if they beat Aston Villa and if Tottenham lose, then Man United will be 5 points behind the top four. So listen, I feel like, and if Villa win and also and City drop points, then Aston Villa could be in the title race. And if Liverpool also don't win, the title race is definitely on. So yeah, that's why the Premier League is one of the best leagues in the world. It's simple as that. But I'm worried about this game because when these two face each other, Villa were 2-0 up. Then Una Emery through to win in the second half. So I believe it's going to be the same thing. But this time, I'm going to go for a tight one. I'm going to go for a Man United win of 2-1. I'm going to go for 2-1 Man United. Because I believe that Aston Villa will do so much better in the first half that I feel like they would get tight. Una Emery would just bottle it, and I feel Man United will get that win again. So there we go. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for 2-1 Man United. The goal scores for that one, I'm gonna go for Washwish Hoyland and Minamino because he's doing really good for Man United as a midfielder. For Aston Villa, I'm gonna go for Ollie Watkins to score, maybe Douglas Luiz, whoever scores that one. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Manchester United. You know, it's gonna be a good game. Like I said, unfortunately, I won't be able to do that one because I'm going to prepare for the Nigeria game. But should be a good one. Really should be a good one. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Manchester United on that one. Then on Monday night, Chelsea will travel down into South London for Crystal Palace game at Selhurst Park at 8 p.m. London derby as well. It's not going to be better than the West Ham Arsenal game, but it's also part of the London derby. Now I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to be doing the preview and I'm going to be uploading it tomorrow on Sunday. Sorry, but despite Chelsea, not be consistent on that stuff, I feel like we're gonna get this win because it'll always be Crystal Palace. So I'm gonna go for 2-1. If we can keep a clean sheet, that'll be great. But I can definitely see us conceding like we did against Villa. So I'm gonna go for 2-1. The goal scorer for Crystal Palace, I'm not sure who's going to be scoring that one. For Chelsea, I'm going to go for Palmer and Kunku. That is it. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Palmer and Kunku. Now, the performance and the lineup and the setup against Villa, I need to see that every single game. I need to see that because that performance against Aston Villa was one of the best against a very good side, very best. Every player out there except for Palmer was absolutely superb. The defense, they conceded at the end, but before that, they were superb. The midfield was really good. Even our attackers, Jackson, and Conor Gallagher were all superb. And I read the stat here that says Conor Gallagher, especially throughout this whole game, especially in the first half, had no yellow cards, yeah, and no fouls created. And I want to see the same thing Conor Gallagher do against his old club, but not only him, everybody. So Pochettino put out if that formation is a 4-4-2, I don't see any change. Yeah, put it the same in the Crystal Palace game, and let's hope the players can continue to perform. Because Chelsea can like sometimes they win games, the next game they just I need to see her consistently. Because when you get consistent performances, that's when we win games and then also improve the table. And like I said, if Chelsea win. And if Wolves, Newcastle lose their game, we'll go for 11 tonight, which is not that great. But listen, we still got plenty of games to go. And listen, our aim for me, still finishing the top six or maybe top seven and win a trophy. And the only way for us to do that is to have consistent performances and the setup and the lineup. So I don't see any changes. I really don't. I want to see the same tactics, the same setup, the same formation, and the same performance in the Aston Villa game, because we got Crystal Palace. The next week, Saturday, we go away to Manchester City. So that's going to be a tough one. So I want to see the performance and the setup from Pochettino and all of that stuff consistently. No changes whatsoever. But yeah, going to this game on Monday night, I'm going to go for 2-1 to Chelsea on that one on Monday night. Right, guys. So that is all my Premier predictions. Let me go through them one more time. So Saturday's games, lunchtime kickoff. I've gone for Man City 3-1 win against Everton. Then I've gone for 2-2 draw between Fulham and Bournemouth. Then I've gone for 3-0 Liverpool win against Burnley. Then I've gone for Luton Town 3-0 win against Sheffield United. Then I've gone for Tottenham Hotspur a slight 2-1 win against Brighton at White Hart Lane in North London. Also gone for 2-1 Brentford win against Wolves at Molineux in West Midlands. I've gone for Newcastle United 2-1 win against Forest in East Midlands at the City Ground. And Super Sundays games, I've gone for 3-1 Arsenal win against West Ham in the London Stadium, London Derby, East London. I've gone for Man United 2-1 win against Aston Villa at Villa Park in Birmingham in West Midlands. Then last and not least, 2-1 Chelsea win against Crystal Palace in a London derby at Selhurst Park in South West London. So there we go. All right, guys. So that is all my payment predictions for Game Week 24. So, like I said before, let me know in the comments down below would you agree or disagree with any of my predictions and what's your predictions. Get active in the comments down below and I'll reply to them as soon as I can. Don't forget if you guys are new, go to the subscribe button below, hit the bell notifications so that next week I send my content because tomorrow, like I said, I will be doing double live watch alongs for both the La Liga game for Wilmington Girona and a Bundesliga game for Bayer Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich because that is a title decider, and whoever wins that game will be above each other. So that's why I'm looking forward to that game. Then on Sunday, I'm going to be going to upload the preview for Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. And then after that, 7:30 p.m. live for the African Cup of Nations final between Nigeria versus Ivory Coast. Going to be a big one. Then on Monday night, a live watch along and a match reaction for Crystal Palace versus Chelsea game. So it's going to be a very, very busy weekend for me. So and I hope I don't miss any of those ones. So if I miss any of those ones, just remind me, just DM me, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. So there we go. All right, guys. So to all of you that watched this video, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of your games, and I'll catch you guys again tomorrow, Sunday, and particularly on Monday nights for Chelsea going away to Crystal Palace. So there we go. As always, take care. Pick up your damn selves. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll catch you guys again very soon. In a big people. Peace.